If you're gonna meta any game, this is the one to do it after all. I mean, you're not wrong, but you're kind of wrong because you try and meta this game, and this game is gonna out-meta you hard. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Silver. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to being in the club, that's all. Oh, I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you into a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. What? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and you wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget you spent all your money, so I'd lend you some. But there is one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. Hey, give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Silver to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just, I didn't mean that. Got too absorbed in my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. I thought, wait, am I missing something? No. I have to accept the revolution. The retribution. That's what I said. That! Hey, see, I called it. Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Yeah. Oh, don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Oh, come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Smack. I don't know who smacked her, probably Natsuki. Ah! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was... Huh? A cookie? Sure enough, it is a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution! Retribution. Well, no, actually that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes, and it was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Oh, jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. Oh, so good. Oh. Sayori suddenly clasped her hands over her mouth. It bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Well, yeah, why do I think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez, I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. She knows exactly what she's doing. My character was not wrong. She's got it all planned out. Like, oh, I love you. Thanks for sharing. Oh, God. Hey, did you just seriously do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Ah, geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori? Huh? Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Ugh, where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. Huh. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Huh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Well, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Huh? Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. The boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind them. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You wouldn't have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. I don't, not really. I just, kind of started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monika. That's... Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! I mean, that sounds cool. I'd look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Silver. Monika smiles sweetly. I don't mean to pressure you, nothing like that. Oh, don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. Oh, okay, I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Nah, not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature-related by myself like this? I mean, I guess I could always read some of the book that Yuri gave me. I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monika. Oh, we're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. It's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, then we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. Wait, what's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! I mean, it worked at the beginning of this game, didn't it? When she's like, hey, you, join the literature club. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, we got cupcakes. And the character's like, yeah, okay, sure, I'm in. She's not wrong. Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. And you open your... She's like, hi! Sorry for pausing on a black screen when some of Twitch chat is having issues with it being a black screen. Yes, maybe I could have fought that. Like, I'm channeling my inner Sayori. I mean well, but sometimes things just don't come out right. Like, because I think it's just basically you're just like laying face down in your book, listening in, and then it was all black, and then you open your eyes, you're like, blah! Blah! I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. You don't say. I nearly fall out of my chair. But sorry. Wait, actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. Glance over my shoulders to see if Monika overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. Look, you're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. Yeah, I knew it. Come on, at least give me the benefit of the doubt. Nope, can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Huh? Sayori glances around at herself. How's it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Your hair is sticking out all around here. Ah! Are my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair trying to straighten it out? Ah, man, you really need a brush for this. Oh, my hair is just really hard to get right. I'm not falling for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's toothpaste stain on your collar, right here. Try to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't care about that. Yeah, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Huh? That is super mean. Sorry, but you will thank me later. Starting to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. No, don't say it. No, don't make me feel weird about it, stupid. It is a little weird that you're buttoning up her blazer, I'm just saying. She's not wrong. She's not wrong, me. Look, it's okay though, I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful, the button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? Struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Yeah, why do you think? Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Heh. Anyway, you look much better now, so... Does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? That's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew, only one art asset for my character. What? Nothing. Yeah, dude, why does it feel so weird? It's just... Like, why does it feel so weird to see her blazer buttoned up like that when you literally just told her, like, you look really good with your blazer buttoned up. Here, let me button this up, even across your chest, and, like, then you're like, huh, I suddenly feel these weird, strange feelings. Like, you know, dude, maybe you're the dumbest one here, not Sayori. Just maybe some introspection on your part you'd realize that you're the stupid one. Ooh, that's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? Why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't let you do things like this. And, you know, you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. What? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Anyways, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. The deal. Hee, I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So, maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Oh, I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. What? Monika suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Silver, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. Oh, yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. Well, I mean, she's like, I can't wait to show you my poem. So logically speaking. Oh my goodness, this is so good! What? I love it, especially after yesterday's poem. Ugh. You know, you're too honest sometimes, Sayori. No, but really, I want to put this on my wall. Can I? Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. Not a good writer at all. Like, I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Heh. Jeez. Sure, Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's at this rate. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Huh? Well, I mean, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a silver poem. That makes it feel extra special. Like, I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You are so weird, Sayori. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. That's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, it must be a good poem. Not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of the whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Aw, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right, but you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Huh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Whatever, anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah, I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most, but, you know, sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. That's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Oh, maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Silver. I should go write that down. Okay, you can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, echo, echo inside my head. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monika taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. Yeah, I see that. It's almost kinda creepy. Creepy? Well, no, not exactly. Maybe it's just I'm so used to you being cheerful. Never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Whoa, don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. Wonder if this is one of those times. Seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Let's go Yuri. I'm curious. Curious about what? Curious about secrets, that's one. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Silver. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. Huh? It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings, and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's certainly an interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, one example of that, if you'd like to read it. Yeah, of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife, the very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following me. You could say we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feel myself again. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. My character can't, but I can, and all I can say is... The raccoon's a metaphor. Oh, you don't say. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery, conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. People would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Silver? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I'd probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. Let's go down the line. Well, it's not terrible. But it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Well, then again, if this one was as good as your last one, then I would be completely pissed. I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time. Fair enough, you're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah. Well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. You never really struck me as her type. Wait, Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how could someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary. Think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders, so I've been told. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I am gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? Chat says, spiders are cool. You're not wrong. Well, I mean, spiders are... yeah, they're cool. Like, I am, like, little jumping spiders I'm cool with. Other spiders, like, I don't know, I think they're cool, but, you know, I leave them alone, they leave me alone. We're simpatico like that. Maybe you should just start journaling. Well, it's not her fault. We'll just go with that. Yes, if you couldn't tell, they are all using their poetry as journals. Hers might be the simplest to read, but yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. That seems more like a journal entry because it is. They are all journal entries. It's just that some are more, you know, poetic than others, and some are more straightforward. Not bad, right? Quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. Oh, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks It doesn't matter, it can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure, something that you're afraid if people find out they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Huh. That's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah, she said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I mean, I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things? Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff, I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. The way you put it, it sounds like she's learned her lesson. I guess I'd say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, too, so look forward to it. Hi again, Silver. How's the writing going? All right, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad, I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. Oh, you never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monika. All right. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? Hey, you and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, I mean, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually, like, really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. Huh. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Gosh, I sound like Yuri. In any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that was totally unexpected. Well, they each their own, and you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Okay, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise that won't stop, violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? Yeah, I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. Oh, I didn't say that. It's just kind of a thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of your poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see? Still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. All right. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come to sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. Just stop embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori's been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Yeah, okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually gonna be doing for the event. Oh, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're gonna be performing. Performing? But, Monika? Yeah, we're gonna be having a poetry performance. Each of us are gonna choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also gonna let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori is putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monika? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. You really think it's that bad of an idea? No, it's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There is no way I'm gonna be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember, Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... Looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. Guess I'll just have to get it over with. All right. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. Yeah, that's everyone! You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously gonna be the death of me. Gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're gonna practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monika! This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry, I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monika flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monika begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika! Exactly, chat. It's just debate club skills, that's all. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Huh? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri! It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori? It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it. Good job, Sayori. Even Silver liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that the other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. Huh? I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. It might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. Just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. All right, now who's next, Natsuki? Don't make me go before Silver. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Silver lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki. It's fine. I might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyways. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Oh, don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then, that just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting? Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Well, I mean, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. When it's just my friends, it's embarrassing. Well, that's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it'd be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. Well, that's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait! I can do this. I can do this. All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monika, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monika, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Oh, jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal about it. It must be a little nice, though. I mean, well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Silver, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. Awkward. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. Today, Sayori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori? Sorry, I was spacing out. Huh, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to, Sayori fumbles with her words. Let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. What? What would you do? What kind of question is that? Kind of putting me on the spot here. I mean, like, come on, are you gonna, like, to her face, be like, yeah, you know, actually I'd walk home with that other person, not you. Sayori, you really think I'd ditch you for Yuri? Huh? But she's so beautiful and smart. Geez, I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so... Sayori, I already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never gonna happen? Conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about. No, you're just really dense, my dude, that's all. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Who knows indeed. Oh man. I'm the last one here again. Oh, don't worry, guy, I just walked in too. Are you practicing piano again? Yeah. Well, you must have a lot of determination. Starting this club, now picking up piano? Maybe not determination, but passion? Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you, and I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival, too. I can't wait for the festival! It's gonna be great! Huh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monika, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people. I mean, I didn't say I don't like it. What do you mean, you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monika. Huh? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Huh? Never mind. I wonder what the... Okay, well, I mean, if you know, like, how the joke translates, let me know. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Hehe, fine, thanks. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyway? Well, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori? I wave my hand in front of her face. Huh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. Go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything all right? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're like a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Alright. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation is already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monika if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. If they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monika, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Oh, Silver, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? What do you mean? I don't know, maybe I'm reading a little too much into it, but like she seems downcast today. Oh, you think so? Well, I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monika peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Silver. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Oh yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. This time when I asked her, she was like, really dismissive. I mean, sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything. I can drop it. No, it's important to me too. I mean, I am also friends with her. And I care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. You sure? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by... I'm saying maybe the thing on her mind is you, Silver. What? Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. Like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori's always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it's always been. You're so funny, Silver. You thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? Point Monika. I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monika smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monika stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet I can't hear her from here. I sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh on me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monika. Hey, you! Huh? I look up to see Natsuki sitting next to me. You just gonna sit there and keep staring at nothing? There isn't that much time, so... Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to make you worry or anything. It's not like I'm worried, I was just... Natsuki glances down at her side. She's holding a volume of manga in her hand. Oh, that's right. Something just came up for a minute, but we can get started now. I won't make you wait any longer. Jeez, now you're making me feel like a jerk. If something's bothering you, just tell me to leave you alone and I will. I mean, assuming you didn't feel like talking about it or anything. She practically mumbles the last part. No, I'm probably making it seem like a bigger deal than it is. I've just been thinking about Sayori, that's all. Sayori? Thinking about her? Yeah, she seemed pretty down today, but she didn't want to admit it to me. I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh. Natsuki exhales. Well, first of all, you should really work on your phrasing. But anyway, you're her best friend, right? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Then in that case, I think you should trust her a little more. If she needed you, then you'd be the first person she would go to, right? I guess that's true. I mean, some people just have those days. You can't always avoid it. If anything, she probably doesn't want you to worry about her because it's not important. I mean, yeah, that is kind of what she said to me. Maybe it's not right for me to go against her wishes. Exactly. If she needs you to worry about her, then it'll be a lot more obvious. Yeah, I guess. I should have thought of it that way from the start. Natsuki fiddles with the book she's holding in her hands. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Don't get the wrong idea or anything. We've just been friends for a long time. It's normal to be worried about your friends. I mean, you were worried about me, so... I was not! Jeez, if you're fine, let's hurry and get started already. Yeah. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monika calls out to the club. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monika, and she smiles at me. Wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Who should we show our poem to first? You know, Monika, you were doing such a good job going to comfort our friend. Hi, Silver. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well... Being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people? I'm gonna have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure, but whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monika take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Great job, Silver. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. Again, it's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. I guess it worked. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. Oh, I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. But don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, last dim star glimmering in the twilit sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I'm thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. With a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. Oh, I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there is one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get to a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright, well, let's see how Sayori's doing. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. What? Didn't write this for anyone specifically. I mean, rewind the tape and watch me say, well, let's get a poem specifically for Yuri this time. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. It's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, I mean, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Silver. Sayori? Is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. Just a little tired today. Okay, just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. If you insist. Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori? Tell Monika I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I could say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Oh man, this was seriously a step backwards. What? I liked your last two way better than this one. I mean, I guess I can't be mad at you for trying different things, as long as you're just not trying to impress Yuri or something like that. Gross. Oh, okay. Like you said, I'm allowed to try new things. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? That? No, gross. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in this club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? Well, what if you ended up just scaring me away? That's, not like you would actually do that. Ah, yeah, you're right. It is kind of fun to hang out here, even if I have to put up with you. Ugh. Natsuki elbows connects with my stomach. Oh, maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. Ow. How the hell do you call that a joke? That hurt. I don't know, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I don't know, I should just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Anyway, Natsuki holds her palm out to me like nothing even happened. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought you had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail, set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reason you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me be by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Yeah. I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome! Kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach. So you decided to write about the beach first and then came up with the message later? Yeah, well, I mean, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we kinda wrote about the same thing, she wanted to pick a topic and have both of us write about it, or whatever. Ugh, you can really see her doing that, too. Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical, too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice. It's true. Nothing wrong with practice. Silver, this is wonderful. I can feel the emotion that you poured into it. Is this the result of trying what I suggested yesterday? Yeah, I guess so. You did a good job explaining. Really wanted to try giving it more feeling. Yuri visibly swallows. I tried to do like a big like gulp, like sound, but I don't think I could just go like, boom. There we go. Although that sounds like Scooby-Doo. Zoink, Scoob, look at this poem. Boom. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. Fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. Probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Wait, are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself, and besides, people just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Yuri nods. Huh, even your close friends? For some reason, Yuri doesn't respond. Yuri? Yuri smiles sadly. Silver, during lunchtime I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. That's one way to put it anyway, but books are so full of amazing and inspiring people you want to fall in love with, or people you just know would make good friends, cheerful people who always put a smile on your face, or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know? Those friends don't laugh at me, don't tease me for spacing out all the time, don't make fun of my body type, and they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. Wait, people say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, Silver. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. All these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what was missing all this time. I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. That's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. I mean, you know, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. And I joined this club hoping I'd make friends. And I'd say I've had at least one success, wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah. We are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands, but this time she's smiling as she does it. You want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Beach. We knew that was going to be the same. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface, under a clear blue sky and exposure of bliss. But beneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be, found. One can only build a sand castle where the sand is wet, but where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in, or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic, the breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward and I return to Earth forevermore. Dang! Both just out of game. Both Yuri and Natsuki on point today with their poems. Like, see, getting them to like, look, oh, they hate each other, but then like get them to actually look, they respect each other and they both work on the same theme. Brought out the best in both of them. I'm aware the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. Yeah, Natsuki already told me about it. She did? She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just wanted us to write about the same topic again. Supposed to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought processes. Anyways, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Okay, you three, we're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second, is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Huh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right, you deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. It seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? Almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? Thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well. She went home early. Was that so? I hope she's all right. Seriously, of all the times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. But, no, first of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. Second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Huh? Guess this is supposed to be me thinking like that curious expression coming from Yuri of all people? Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier. Everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right, Natsuki will be making cupcakes, but we might need a lot of them, and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted! As for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri... Yuri, you can... Guys, you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Oh, now Natsuki's pouting too? Oh, jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case, but if I can't also be a leader on my own, I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know, so you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Mine's already racing, I see. That's great! You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. Anyway, that just leaves you, Silver, the one who is truly useless. Oh, don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It'd probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. I mean, you could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Look, that... Is Monika suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they gonna respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monika's gonna give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned you'd like to handle the baking on your own. Silver may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Wait, hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Silver to... What are you saying? It'll be extremely meticulous work, and baking isn't just... What do you think? Guys! Let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Silver to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said. I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Ugh, jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah, Silver, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Sure. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. Especially, I think, in this particular playthrough, just the way things shaked out. That we'll go with Sayori. We'll keep the Sayori train a-running. And she is right next to... That's true. Here it's all like, do you want to spend time with me? Do you want to spend time with me? Don't you want to get to know me? And you're like, I want to spend time helping Sayori. And they're like, not Sayori, you really do love her. And meanwhile, you're like, no, I'm just a lazy bastard and her house is next door. I only want to walk as minimal a distance as possible, actually. Like, you're not allowed to say that in this game. Nope, I'm lazy, the end, Sayori. I mean, if it's gonna be anyone, I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors. But Monika said Sayori was helping her. Jeez, you really hate us that much? No! Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult. Just think of the club, okay? Oh, okay. They'd, like, pick one of us three, and I'm like, no, I can't do that. I'm gonna pick the fourth option, and they're like, good try, but no. If I could be a lazy bastard for picking Sayori and be like, her house is close, I can metagame this and say, I think I will pick Yuri because it's easier for me to do her voice than it is Natsuki. Natsuki's voice is essentially a little bit higher pitched, but I'm not sure what I'm doing. It's like, because like Sayori's voice is kind of like this, a little bit higher. And then, like, Natsuki's voice is a little higher, but it's a little more pinched and, like, not nasally, but it's a little harder on my throat. Whereas Yuri is just a lower pitched voice, so it's not that hard to do. And Monika is just kind of like Yuri, but not as exaggerated. So, all right, chat, Yuri or Monika? Because metagaming this with what voices I'm giving. I guess Yuri makes sense. Actually, it's in terms of, like, which one, chat? And then before you can even respond, I'm going to go with Yuri. Because in terms of, like, if you have to pick one of these three, if you're going to meta any game, this is the one to do it after all. I mean, you're not wrong, but you're kind of wrong because you try and meta this game, and this game is going to out-meta you hard. Like, haha, I'm gonna use the meta analysis, and the game's just like, bwomp, no, you're not. I already thought of that. You're a terrible person, the end. But I'll go with Yuri. We'll tone down the meta a little bit. Because if I'm choosing between Yuri and Monika for the meta version of my voice, Yuri needs more help because Monika has Sayori to help her. So it'd be like Natsuki or Yuri needs the help the most, and Yuri has the easier voice to do. I guess I'd probably be most useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you? Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying. So you'll be helping Yuri then, Silver. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things. So I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah, I already said I'd be fine. Okay, everyone can tell Natsuki is feeling a little sour. Okay, so is that everything we needed to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. You feel the same way, Silver? What, me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. Oh, that's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki? What? Why is everyone yelling at me? They didn't even do anything. What? No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Silver picked me. Also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so I get it. Just kind of surprised, though. Why? I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. You're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know, I'm not very good at it. Sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I think I'm beginning to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kind of appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I am gonna say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are gonna be the best part of the whole event. I believe you. Yeah, I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. I guess it's time for us to head out. All right, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. What? I turn around. Sorry, I realized I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. All right then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Okay, then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Huh? My house? Is that a problem? No, I just thought I'd be going to your house since I'm helping you. I suppose that makes sense, but if you don't mind, I think I prefer going to your house. All right. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decide not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way. I just need to make sure my room is clean. I do hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself. I think that we'll make a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you, like, felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? Huh? I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. You believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri is gonna be coming to my house on Sunday? I mean, even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori, my anxiety still shoots through the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. Who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other. Oh, you dense. Besides, like Monika said, it's about the club. I've nothing to worry about. If I just go with it, I'll have a good time. Dang, I should have metagamed harder. All right, I'll save and quit here. It's already Sunday. Save. There we go. I had the warning at the start of the stream and everything. It's just been a happy, if slightly awkward, visual novel dating sim this whole time. There's nothing terrible to worry about. Oh, you don't need to worry about those warnings. Yeah. All right, well, interesting. I am a little surprised that we'll say the first arc of this game goes as long as it does. But I guess that is sort of a way to, like, lull you into a sense of false security, maybe. You get absorbed into the game you're presented with and forget about the game you're actually playing. Yeah, join me for the next stream. That's all I'm gonna say. This isn't the napping club. Wait, does our school have a napping club?